This video will give a brief introduction to the Electronic Submission Hub, ESH, of the Buildings Department, for receiving electronic submissions and applications under the Buildings Ordinance. ESH User Account. In order to use ESH service, first of all, every ESH user needs to have a personal user account. To activate or register a user account, please go to the ESH login page and click the Activate a Registered Professional button, or Register an Owner or Collaborator Account by Invitation Code button, where appropriate. For authentication purpose, you need to use IAM-Smart, or a valid digital certificate issued by the Postmaster General or other recognized certification authorities. If you also choose to use IAM-Smart for signing other than for login your account only, you would need to upgrade the IAM-Smart to IAM-Smart Plus. This is a demonstration of how to log in to ESH using IAM-Smart via a mobile device. If you choose to use a digital certificate, you need to install a software, namely ESH Sign, following the instruction in the screen, in order to use your digital certificate properly in ESH during the authentication and digital signing processes. In either case, to complete the first-time registration, you will be asked to set up your ESH login name, password, and provide some personal information, including email address, your telephone number, contact address. After that, you may then log in your ESH account and come to this landing page to start using our ESH service. Use of ESH. Just to remind again, for authentication purpose and enhancing security protection, you need to use IAM-Smart or digital certificate to log in your account each time. You also need them to apply digital signatures on your submission documents whenever necessary to satisfy the statutory requirements. For your ESH account setting, you can register more than one digital certificates of yours, and you can also link up your IAM-Smart account in ESH to meet your preference of using ESH service on different devices. You may refer to our ESH website for the details of the acceptable types of digital certificates for use in ESH. Landing page overview. After logging in your account, you will reach this landing page. The function buttons are grouped in the top and left menus for your easy navigation. You can also rearrange the layout of function widgets in this page to suit your own preference. Function widgets include Inbox, Notifications, My Calendar, My Projects, and etc. Some users may have more than one roles when using ESH. For example, a user can be a registered structural engineer, RSE, and also an authorized person, AP, under the Buildings Ordinance, and at the same time, he or she may also assist other registered building professionals, RBPs, to prepare their submissions in ESH, under the same or different projects. In this case, after logging in his or her account, the user can use the Switch Role function in the top menu to select the role for the project. Note that only the information related to that role will be shown. Formation of project team. Preparation of a submission always involves teamwork. To this end, ESH provides a facilitating feature, the Manage Project Team function, allowing RBPs to invite their own collaborators, such as their assistants, to form a project team in ESH. RBPs may send invitations to their project team members, requesting them to join ESH as collaborators or as the owner representatives of a specific project, so that they can jointly prepare draft submissions and collaborate under the same project in ESH. After the project team is formed, different project team members can then separately log in their own personal registered accounts and access the draft submission documents in the eWorkspace of a particular RBP. They can then prepare, modify, and review the information and material together, at different time, or at the same time. The RBPs can manage their project team members in this page using Project Manage Team function. They can set the access right or permissions of each member by clicking the action button next to the corresponding member, such as add or remove that member, or set the appropriate permissions. They can set different combinations of permissions and set the duration period, as necessary. Making an electronic submission in ESH. We will now go on to show you how to prepare an electronic plan submission in ESH by yourself, or with the help of your project team members. Each user account of RBPs is allocated with a specific size of eWorkspace for holding the draft submissions created which are still under preparation. Users or their collaborators can pick up an existing draft to continue, or create another new draft anytime. Taking the preparation of a new structural plan submission as an example, there are 4 tags or steps in preparing submission documents. You and your collaborators can go back and forth these tags at any time to prepare and modify the corresponding submission information and material. You can also see who are working online on the same draft. In this first tag, users need to provide some basic information concerning the project, such as the subject of submission or application. In the second tag, the relevant specified forms will be provided for users to enter the required information. Some fields will be autofilled for you as far as possible. The third tag, namely the Plans and Documents page, is for users to upload all their submission documents. The specified form completed in the second step will be converted to PDF format and will also be shown here. Apart from the specified forms, there are other categories of submission documents, which include plans for approval, BIM and CAD files, calculations, reports and certificates, photos, and other documents. For example, you can drag and drop your files to the appropriate space, either one by one or by batch, or choose the files by browsing your folder storage. A file uploader indicating the uploading progress will be prompted. For the plans uploaded, if the drawing number, revision number, and drawing title have followed our recommended formats, ESH can capture that and help to automatically generate an electronic plan index. If not, user is still able to edit the information in this table, or export and import the attribute file to complete the required electronic plan index. For those documents required to be signed, users should use the digital signing tool provided in ESH to sign them, by using their IM Smart Plus or valid digital certificates. Signing of documents can also be done either one by one, or by batch. Also, if necessary, users can use the Request for Signing function to send a request to the relevant parties to request them to sign any particular documents. Users may check the notifications in their accounts to see if there is any request from others. By clicking on the notifications, the users will be rediverted directly to the draft documents in concern to apply their digital signatures. In the final fourth tag, namely the Preview and Confirm Submission page, the system will carry out auto-checking and suggest some outstanding issues, such as missing data in the form, and which drawing has not been signed, for easy identification and rectification, before it could be submitted. User will receive an acknowledgement receipt when the submission has been successfully submitted, and the corresponding storage space of eWorkspace occupied by the draft submission will then be free up. However, please note that only the submission holder can perform the submit action after having verified the submission material and information. In other words, collaborators, other RBPs and the owner representatives are not allowed to submit the submission. Project tracking. When the submissions or applications are under processing by BD, users can track their processing status in their accounts easily. Besides, the contact information of the case officers are available for easy follow-up. Discussion forum. Furthermore, ESH provides another feature, Discussion Forum, to facilitate the communication between the users and the processing officers. The discussion forum is a temporary space created by the processing officer when necessary. Once created, users in concern, for example the RBPs, will receive notifications in their accounts, inviting them to review the content. The processing officer will have uploaded some information there, for example plans or documents with marked up comments or some textual queries for discussion. The users can then provide their responses. Additional material can also be uploaded and submitted for officers' reference. The exchange of information between the users and the officer could be made in real time. All informal temporary material in the discussion forum will be removed by the system after the discussion session is done. After that, the RBP may wish to make minor revisions with agreement from the officer. Under the project directory, RBP simply finds the shortcut key to complete the task of superseding document submission. Reply. Please note that by using ESH, you are deemed to have agreed and accepted your ESH account as your designated information system under the Electronic Transactions Ordinance. In this regard, the replies of your electronic submissions or applications made through ESH will be issued to the inbox of your user account, or other additional means of notifications set in your user account, such as via emails. No hard copy reply will be issued. You can then download the files of the digitally signed reply letter and approved plans in the reply. This is the end of the introduction. Buildings Department encourages paperless submission via electronic submission in ESH as an alternative to the conventional paper submission. In view of the benefits of using ESH, please start using our ESH. Thank you.